going? Am I stuck? No, let me go. I will go as slow as I need to make my point known. I am not afraid. Oh, now you're gonna go for it? You're gonna cause a crash. You're gonna cause a crash. Fine, I'll back up a little. See? He ran into me. He's the jerk. James. I can't wait to see that welt video. I'm excited. Which, for those who are curious, I don't always play in Japanese. I do it when there's like no story to play, but when it comes to the story, I do play in English. I have a couple questions. Is there a county fair? Shrunk the Kids with
Giant spaghetti mukbang.
Oh no! Oh. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. I like it.
Yake X go Gujo have ice cream.
Oh my god. Why didn't I buy that skin? I'm really mad at myself. I gotta set reminders to open up that shop every day until that food skin comes back. There's a yapper. Too tempting. Did anything? You discorded him and I shot in his back. Heck yeah, hell. Ah! Part of me was hoping you'd fall off there. Oh boy, can you wish for me to have $1 million? Bruh, it's a new day. It's a new day. Hello, state of play. What's that? Also, how you doing, Boo Tops? I'm having a pretty good day so far. I actually won in Fortnite earlier in duos, though. I was kind of like mostly supporting Docs, though, but still, I did my part too, and that's all that matters. Now we're both sitting with crowns, and apparently you're shiny in the lobby after you win one. So it's kind of like, huh, that's pretty neat. Oh my god. First game is another Overwatch clone? Oh, also, hey, Joe. Hey, how's it going? Yes, your boy finally got a dub. I brought the dub back home, boyos and girlos. And I feel mighty proud. I will be honest, usually I would feel bad because I feel like I didn't deserve that. But nah, I helped. Docs is like 90%. No. I contributed. I did my part. I contributed. I helped a lot, especially when we were in the car and we were usually getting chased, and I would shoot with the turret. I was shooting with the grenade too, so it's not like the machine one. So I was doing my part, and I was doing it pretty well. I think. I think I did a pretty good job. But yeah, how was the rest of your stream? Oh yeah, no, oh no, you think I would be able to finish the story in one night? Oh god, goodness, no. Oh my gosh, we're gonna continue Wubba Waves later today. Whoa, 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 I missed a few streams, but is Opho... okay, Nadim, I have... Listen. Listen. Let me explain. I had to go to bed last night. What is the verdict? Too soon to say yet. What I can tell you, though, is the combat. It does feel like a better Genshin. I will give it that. I like the way the combat is. I feel it's very interesting that your Pokemon are your relics. That kind of threw me off. I didn't know the summons were also clothes. That was something that kind of threw me through a loop. I'll be honest, it's not that bad so far. And I'll be honest, I think the worst part of it is not really something that a lot of people will agree with, but a lot of people don't like the English, and I see why. I see why people don't like the English, and I'm kind of here for it. I stan Yang Yang and her horrible English. Because clearly, like, well, I think it was Mythic who looked it up. English isn't her first language, but I swear to God, I didn't think that at the time. I thought there was a certain point where I thought she had like a Philly accent. Because there's a part where she said corner, and she said corner, and I'm like, corner? Like, you know, like Philly? Like south of Philly corner? Like around the corner, you go to the hoagie shop down the street, and if you're at the gas station, you went too far. Like that kind of level of accent, but no, she's just foreign. She is very foreign, painfully foreign. And what's really annoying, oh yeah, that's another thing. I really cannot stand our character name. I hate that I'm gonna be honest, that is the only thing I really despise. Besides the fact that I'm gonna be honest, there's still quite a few bugs in the story, or not story, in the game. Because literally, I'll be sitting there on auto, and the audio would cut out. So I was told, oh, don't do that. So I'm like, okay, I won't do that. But then I'm literally just letting it go, and it cuts itself off. And I'm like, I didn't even do that. That's not even my fault. I didn't even touch it. Why did it cut itself off? So I was kind of annoyed. If I'm going to watch the story, I want to at least, play on auto and relax. But now it cuts itself off anyway, that it doesn't even matter. And it's really annoying because there's a lot of terms they throw at you. And I'm like, well, I feel like if I miss anything, I'm going to miss something. Oh, no worries, Andre, you're fine. I know it's super late for you, so the fact that you're here at all, like, I'm literally, like, grateful. Here's the problem, though. We're just gonna talk about the subs. The problem with the subs is that there's too many times where there's so much text going on, the text doesn't scroll. And there's Yang Yang, I don't know if she was doing like a prayer or like a chant, or she was telling us like some kind of like story, but literally she said like a whole block of text, and I was waiting for it to go down because I want to see what else she was saying because I wasn't really fully understanding, and the shit didn't even bother to scroll. No, the problem is not that it doesn't fit, it's that there's sometimes it scrolls, and then sometimes it doesn't, and I'm like, wow, well, good luck me trying to figure out what the heck you're saying. Literally, it does not scroll. It is there, but it's like, nah. You don't need to know that. This optional content, I don't know where it is. I don't know where the history log is. We were barely able to find the trials for the characters. Well, luckily Yuichi had to look it up. We gotta figure out where it is because I'm sure it's somewhere, but it's somewhere not very apparent. We gotta find where that. We're gonna be. Luckily for you guys, I won't be on Star Rail too long. Well, one, because I want to play Webaboo Waves. I want to finish the story in a timely manner and finally have a final verdict on the story. And number two, I'm also leveling up Sampo. Oh yeah. So, yes, I am leveling up Sampo. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I don't like it. If you think you're disappointed with me, how do you think I feel? I feel leagues disappointed. And I'm gonna tell you why. I feel disappointed because PF has brought me to this point. It has brought me to this point. And I'm gonna show you why, okay? I'm sorry, I know. You know it's bad if I have to go to Sampo, okay? I'm gonna show you, okay? For those who don't know, okay? I'll show you guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gang. If it means anything, I gotta win in Fortnite. If it helps. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be so mad, but I think it's gonna help. Sampo Koski at your service. I'm gonna be honest, I have no interest in playing Webba after finishing the story. Well, I'm sure if, oh, whoops, that is mock. That is not what I meant to go to at all. Whoops. I'm sure once updates, I'm sure you're gonna go back in and play more of the story. I'm gonna be honest, I understand why people don't like the story, but here's the thing, though. I have a unique background in playing Final... Hey, how's it going, Jack? I am used to playing Final Fantasy games, and a lot of them. And for those who don't know, Final Fantasy, especially the MMO 14, they like to throw a lot of terms at you, and you learn over the course of time what it is. So, I know over time I'll learn whatever this gobbledygook they're saying is, hence the title. Why the title? Literally the title is literally how you describe the story for frickin' Webaboo Waves, okay? Like, literally. Oh, speaking of which, who wants to drink battery acid? Me! I'm leveling up a character I don't like, but I have no choice. How's it going? Yeah, Docs is the reason why I have my title. Because literally, Wuthering Waves' story is literally filled with nonsense words that will make sense later, but, you'll learn it as you play through the story what those words mean. But in the beginning, it feels exactly like that. A bunch of nonsense being spoken at me that I'm sure makes sense in this world, but in any other world, I'm like, what the F are you on, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. After that science shit part is way better. I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm at the worst part of the story so far. After finishing the story, a few quests, I'm kind of up to date with the terms. Kind of. I think by the end you should be very well knowledged. Oh yeah, this is the reason why I gotta level up Sampo, just to break this stupid pig. Because as long as I kill the 2 pigs, I'm gonna be looking at a clear. Full clear. I can't kill this pig fast enough. I can't break it fast enough, but Sampo will be able to. And worst case scenario, I'll have enough nihilities to finally get this stupid 3rd one. Where I'll be able to use the Acheron buff. With Sampo, Kayla, and Gwenifan. How you doing, I-chan? Hey. But yeah, so, I'm gonna be honest, I'm at the part of the story where we're talking to the scientists. I'm gonna be honest, that's the worst part of it. I hate it. That's the most, it is, I understand why. It's science. You're dealing with a bunch of eggheads, and of course, there's gonna be a lot more talking, but I feel that's the only part I feel bored at. That science part is literally the worst. I feel like you can cut that out, and you can do something else that's more interesting. I don't know why I know that's a lot of yap for them saying, I don't know what's going on. Like, you can just say you're in a scientific anomaly, and that's it. But no, they have to Like, they're literally, like, we're wasting our time. There's way too much word count here to tell me that I'm a scientific anomaly. And I'm already bored. That's the one part, though. I was fine before. I was fine with being outside. Like, literally, that one specific science part is, I think you could have cut that out. You could have cut that out and you would miss nothing. So, already I see issue 1. I'm gonna be honest again, I played Final Fantasy. You know, for my Final Fantasy homies, we're used to having nonsense words being thrown at us and it making sense. You know, that's something only because of my unique background in that, where I can see why a lot of people have it. I personally don't, but I can see how people can. But that's not really that bad. You know what I mean? I'd say honestly, the science part is the worst part. I don't know. I hope we leave the science part soon, because I'm gonna be real. If we stay at that science part any longer, I'm already gonna be like, yeah, no, this is the science part was so horrible. And I still have to talk to that, like, red-haired science guy. You know what I did? After we're done talking to not Ron May, I went outside and started fighting because I pulled the pink-haired girl. I used my guaranteed 5-star on the yellow-haired girl, and then I got Big Booby McGee Noel, and I wanted to fight to feel how they played. How you doing, Ender? Hey, thank you for hydrate. Because, yeah, I got my new characters, and I was more excited to try them out in combat. And not talk to a bunch of scientists, just use too much word count to tell me that I am a rare and distinct talent or whatever. Oh my god! If one of the scientists were Urian J, oh my god. Oh my god, I would uninstall. The game would have broken me. Oh my god, all the thys and thous. I would actually be broken. Uh-oh. Which banner did you pull on? I mean, Mazel Tov, but which one did you pull? Taki recently used her in the game. She's clean, no lie. I like her because she means I don't have to dodge. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Tekken SU. I don't know what SU mode is, but I like that she doesn't let me. She allows me to not dodge. But yeah, who did you pull on? Who did you pull for? I can't afford to build it right now. For me, I think going yellow hair girl, pink hair girl, and then big boob pink hair girl. I think so far, I think that'll be my team. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest though, playing the pink haired girl, I love her, but I'm really mad they don't switch up her voice line when she's getting mad. when she goes literal barbarian mode. I'm gonna be honest, like, it reminds me of Yaimiko. My few Yaimiko players in chat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's so essential for you to, like, spam E to get your sentries up, but you hear, huh, oh, this way! Like, the same thing over and over and over. And I'm like, there's no alternative reads, it really has to be that one over and over. And you're raging all the time as what's-her-face. So it's like, bruh, I can't. I'm probably gonna try ZCC because character design seem more creative. I don't know, Wubble Waves seem pretty standard-ish. Oh no, Wubble Waves is very by the numbers. What's how you doing, Charles? Hey. No, I'm talking about Encore. Silly. Do you think I would beat the story in one sitting? In 3 hours? Man, I wish. Nah, we're gonna go back in there. I had to stop because I had to work the next day. And thank God, because I wasn't in the mood to talk to the scientists. I'm more mad that I'm being called Rover. Wover? Wover. I'm gonna be honest. That's my only complaint. For real. I hate that our name is Rover. That is like the worst name you could use. Like, honestly. You might as well call us like Bingo. Mittens. A Fluffy. Oh! I mean, it almost broke me, I'll be honest. That science part is so bad. That science part is so bad. It almost broke me. But luckily, we got some 5-stars to play with, and I broke myself away and allowed myself to go into the world and just, you know, get used to how my characters felt. And thank God I did, because I probably would have quit. That science part's really bad. I understand why. It's supposed to be dry. It's scientists, but at the same time, that shit's ass. Like, I'm so bored during that one part. Like, no offense, but I never want to put not Ron May on my team ever. Ever, because I was just so offended. And if that fire scientist redhead guy ever becomes a character, I'm avoiding him too. Anyone that's a scientist in that academy, I'm staying away. I literally cannot stand being around them. Yes. Oh, so for those who are wondering, I'm leveling up Sampo because of PF and PF alone. Unfortunately, I don't have any wins. That's not Bronya. And I need more wins. And unfortunately, my only option is Sampo. There's a unique Sampo-sized hole that unfortunately I have to bow to. An HSR sometimes is straight up he, him, she, her, Trailblazer with no consistency. I like Trailblazer better. I don't give a crap. Trailblazer, I don't care. I do sometimes, they do notice it, but I don't care. At least it's more interesting than Rover. At least they're not calling me a dog. And then every time Yang Yang's worried about me, I feel like I'm a puppy that just like chewed on like a cable. And now I have an upset tummy, I ain't pooping right. And she's like, oh, Rover, are you okay? And I'm like, stop calling me that! Like, for real, like, the whole time, I'm literally like, stop calling me that. Sure, you can do one side with something like when I fend. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, no, that's what I was gonna do, Risk. I might do that. Especially because that damage increase will probably make it, like, ooh, hella smooth. How's your Sampo doing? Galactic Baseballer, even though no one plays Destruction City? Yup. Like, I'm gonna be real, I really don't like the name. I think the name is really bad, especially in the English dub. It's English is not her second language. But goddamn, does she have to talk the most? And why Rover? Like, I think it's mostly just the name. Do you guys like being called Rover? I don't. I can't stand it, and I think a lot of people agree with me when I say that's a stupid name. No, the dog's name has been claimed by that, and how does it even make sense? How does Rover make sense as a name? Like, it don't. It's claimed by puppies, dogs. And you fawning over me. It's better in Japanese. They should change it, period. They gotta take that. They gotta change it permanently. The dogs claim that one. I don't care what accent it is. They might say it better in Japanese, but I still can't stand the fact that we're called Rover. I can't stand it. Rover in any language is Rover, and I don't like it. Yeah, exactly. Come here, Rover. Come here, Seki. Come on, who's gonna absorb the monster? Oh, come on. It's like, bruh. I can't stand it. I demand to be called something else, please. At least in Star Rail, we're called Trailblazer or Nameless. That's fine. We're not called Mittens. We're not called Fenton. Like, I really can't. I really can't. We need to get a new title and fast. Because I do not want to be called Rover. I refuse this name. I legit have contempt. I don't. Frick, man. I have the contempt I have for that name is so bad. The gacha are pretty adamant about. Ugh. Who's gonna take? I'd rather be called Hero or Stranger, or you can go like Fallout and go Wanderer. That would be cool to be referred to as the Wanderer. Nothing. Oh, if we were called the Wanderer, that would be cool. That would be like the kind of name that would go in Legends. Like, come on, like when you think of the Wanderer, you think of like a really mysterious and powerful stranger that came out of nowhere, just appeared one day and all of a sudden changed the foundation of life as we know it. But no, we're just freaking called Rover. Who wants to be known as more? the history of the Wanderer, or
I
Rover?
dislike Yang Yang's over worrying about us. Like, girl, I really appreciate you being a considerate and worry about me. It's a compliment. But, as you can see, I am not an ordinary resonator. Stop AC.
Stop acting like I just entered kindergarten. Wanderer, TM by Genshin, the Residence Wanderer. However you want to twist it and turn it into the thingy of the area, that's fine. That's fine. Based even, but anything but what we have now. It is horrible. Anyway, Rover versus Destruction Kalis fistfight. Who takes the dome? Oh my god. I mean, I can't. I can't with that name. I can't, especially with how worried Yang Yang is over us and how she keeps on saying it. I'm just like, oh my god, please. Call me anything else but that. I'm Gucci, gang. I'm good. Alright, so we maxed out Sampo. God. No, not even. Not even. We maxed out Sampo. His weapon is almost done, I guess. Sampo's coming along fine, I suppose. I suppose. Oh yeah, I heard. Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely go into that next. Before we go into Webaboo Waves. As much as I dislike March 7th, I'm glad she acts as a dummy that needs to be explained everything to us rather than whatchamacallit. Oh. Oh god. Yeah, pod accounts have been enforced today. Everything is coming up Sampo. Unfortunately, it is. I think Rover is taller, but Kalis gotta have some power in those arms. No, he already wins because his name's not Rover. That's it. Thank Akavile of Acheron. I refuse to level up Sampo. Well, unfortunately, I mean, not that I dislike Acheron, it's just she's not my thing. But unfortunately, there is too much of a gap in good win characters. Well, not good characters. There's a big gap in win characters, period, that don't, you know, that are not sympactico with me, so. Yeah, also, so how fire, ice. Can we Kururu this? Oh, it's demanding Kururu. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we're gonna Kururu this. Do we even need a sustain in this one? We need an Erdurder wind. For real. I am so excited for an Erdurder wind. I have one problem with WW... Oh wait, hold on. Gotta go. Okay, have a great one, Joe, and thank you for being to come by and sing. I have one problem with WW. In about 80 pulls, I haven't got a single new character. Literally, Serval, Eidolons for free characters and a bunch of garbage weapons. Oh my god, I got so many 4-star weapons and I cannot use them. I'm so mad about that. Like, I'm legit mad. I got 2 gauntlets and a gun. And unfortunately, all I have are catalyst users and like a fat, like, sword person. It is very annoying. Sustains are needed? Okay. Dang, I was hoping I could get away with it, but it's okay. Aventurine! Cool. Recommended weapon. Do any of these help with follow-ups? You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna choose whatever it wants me to. Ew. Alrighty. Alright, cool. Hey? Okay. Alright. Does it say which one it recommends me? I'm gonna be honest, I already forget which one it wanted me to get. Aw, poor Boot Hill VA. Oh, because. What is it that they suggested again? I think it was this one. I don't recall. I think it was this one. So we're gonna want to go. Okay. All I remember is that there was a gun, and that's it. I already forgot! Oh! I need to point it out for me. Wait, tutorial button at the top? At the top where? Where? I assume this one. I'm too locked in at this point. Oh, so I am on the right track. Okay, cool. Alright, as long as I'm on the right track. Alright, let's go. It's to the left of the synthesis guy? Where's the synthesis guy? Oh! They act like I know what these words mean. Where's the pictures? Scout. What? Okay. Okay. I think I am. Okay. This one, cause. Yeah, but how you doing, Nikki? Hey! Hey, how's it going? I think I am. I can't. It's hard to tell. There's times where I am winning, but I have no idea. I just look at it and I'm like, huh, okay. Okay. Perhaps, maybe. Perhaps, maybe. Okay. 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 There we go. Alright, I think I'm winning. Thank you, Jack. Reading my one weakness. Okay, what do you want me to do? Okay. I feel like so off. Like, do I have to do those, or can I just do whatever I want? I'm just doing it because, like, I don't care which way I do it. I just want to, like, I just want to do the thing. Level this turn up. I've heard this Robin song at least 10 minutes in the... Oh no, you hear it for a lot much longer when I am playing PF. Talisman. I guess for lack of anything else. I can't wait for it to get real dumb. I'm excited.
Well then just do this one thing, show them why you were made in God's image.
Yeah! God! I don't want any of these. I guess this one, because it combines. And I like combining things. What? Okay. What the heck? I'll be honest. I don't know what happened there. I'll be honest. Oh yeah, no, that I know, but I'm like, huh. So I guess it's more in the weapons than us? And we just help it along a little bit? From what I'm understanding? That's what I'm guessing, right? I saved all my damage. Oh, I am so sure. This one? No. This one. I'm sticking to this one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye? What the frick? I don't want any of these. Oh. I guess this one? I don't know. I don't know. Aw, thank you for pushing the Discord risk. Thank you, thank you. Bye-bye! This one. That one. Hey, no worries. Keep that luck train going. I believe in you. I believe in you. Did I win? Not bad. Hey. Oh yeah, no. You go into the about. I don't know why. It sometimes like expires. I don't know why it does that. I don't get it. I refuse to get it. Go into the about because every time I update it, it's like I have to read it. The link expires and it's annoying. I'll update that at some point. I don't know why the one in the about doesn't expire, but the one in the that one does. It's really dumb. Oh, the Twitter link? It should be working. Oh, I meant the Discord one, my bad. Just trust me, the amount of complaints I get about the Discord one. Did I lose? Okay. Did I win? I won, right? I don't get it. Take what down? I'm not even doing anything. I'll level this up. This one's good. Oh, hey, how you doing? You adventurine? Ew, you! What do you mean? That's my favorite character in the whole game. I'm gonna ew my character. In my own dojo. I'm doing great! Till you insulted my husband. Well, he's not my husband. I would be the side piece. I'm amused by this. This is amusing. I love it. I see exactly what you guys mean. I'm amused. I am shooketh. But I'm doing great, friend. How about you? How about you? I'm just enjoying some event before we're playing Wubaboo Waves. I was happy when Acheron. I mean, to be fair, she did that and also a lot more. Are we entertained? Heck yeah! I am very entertained right now. This event is funny. This event is very amusing. I guess this one... I should probably level this up. I guess I should. I should level up other things too. But how you doing, Kev? Hey, did I win? I won! I won. This is a very fun event. I like this a lot. It's not just another battle one. Okay. This one. This event with the shocking rain Kafka is hilarious. I am sure. I am so sure. Who are your top 3 characters? Like, not good, just design and lore? Oh my god. Well, obviously, Adventurine would be, like, my number 1. He, like, literally ticks all the boxes for me. And, oh my god, who's... I'm gonna be honest, if the lore is true, if we end up seeing it, Boot Hill. Boot Hill is shockingly deep. Much deeper than I would expect, and that just, that is wild in, like, how deep his lore is specifically. It is wild in, like, how... I just want more... Oh, more drink mixing would be based. I would say Adventurine, Boot Hill. Oh my god, who's the third? Oh my goodness, who would be the third? Blonde, psychopath, energetic, sassy. Me! Pretty much. Just say my name. Just say my name. That's okay. I'm trying to figure out, who else? Number 1, Clara. I may be a man, but I saw her and I went full mama bear. Protect her at all costs. 2, genuine, handsome man with verb, living in a chair. 3, Acheron for obvious reasons. That's a good one. I'm trying to debate who my third is, I'll be honest. My third isn't a character. It's an NPC. I would say one of my favorite characters that are not... I guess we're only sticking to playable ones. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a third one. I'll be real, that one that really captures me. But there's this one side quest, and it's in Bellabog. And if you guys know, you know me, you know who I'm gonna say. Kryl. Kryl, I really love her. It's so tragic. It's so much... And you know what? That's how I knew that Star Rail was gonna be special, because they have some actual, like, amazing side quests that are not voiced, but are so worth reading. Because they are so deep. I'm not doing anything. They are so deep. And it's like, bruh. Like, it goes way deeper. Yes, exactly! Xanarkand, exactly. So it's like, you were way more better written than you have any right to be. And you're a voiceless side story that people more than likely skip. It's because of that side quest that I made it my mission to always read all the side quests. Like, always read them, because there's a lot of hidden gems there. Pascal is another great one. Pascal's definitely another, like, fantastic one, for sure. Which, by the way, for those who are wondering how I chose it, I chose to keep his humanity. My wallet will cry when her banner is out, unless it's already out. You missed her banner for like 2 days. Oh yeah, Robin is gone. Oh yeah, she's... Yeah, unfortunately you ended right during the duration of her release, and that is what we call unfortunate. I chose to split him up. Aw, it's sad. She's so fun to play, especially since she is more for follow-up, which, as you guys know, I love playing as follow-up. Follow-up makes me a very happy boy. And I love it. Makes me happy. Very fun for me. Did I win? Oh, we're still going? Okay, did I say Robin? Yes, you said Robin. I have a refresher course on the Cryo side quest. Okay, so let me explain for those who haven't, or those who have forgotten. So Cryo, so story time, Cryo was one of the previous Guardians. You know, like how Cocolia and Bronya are Guardians? Well, she used to be a Guardian. And we actually read her backstory. Her sister was supposed to be the Supreme Guardian, but something happened where her sister died. So then Cryo, at the behest of some other, like, guy who's, I guess, like a smooth talker in the court, decided to make Cryo, yes, the ghost girl, decided to make Cryo the Supreme Guardian instead. But the problem is that Cryo was not... Her sister was raised and taught how to be a proper Supreme Guardian, and Cryo wasn't. And the guy that chose her explicitly knew this. And he decided, because of that, he wanted her to become Supreme Guardian. Not because he believed in her to learn, because he wanted a Supreme Guardian that he could manipulate. And she would pretty much be the figurehead, and he'd be the real power behind the seat. So he wanted to be like a shadow ruler behind Cryo. And the thing, while Cryo was Supreme Guardian, he did very atrocious things. I don't remember what they are, but I'm assuming they're very bad. And I'm gonna tell you why. Apparently, it was so bad that people hated Cryo. They hated her. And unfortunately, they don't know that she's not the one making those horrible decisions. She has no idea what's going on. Because this guy was pretty much like, you know, he was her advisor, quote. And he was assuring her, oh, everything's okay, everything's fine. Nothing wrong with nothing here, everything's perfect, everything's Gucci. Meanwhile, out of the other side of his mouth, he's committing atrocities on the Belabogian people. So, it got to a point, like, all the stuff he was doing was bubbling up to the point where the people, in the middle of the night, raided the Supreme Guardian home. They stuffed Cryo into a box, and threw that box off a cliff. We don't know what happened to the guy that, was the real power behind the seat. We don't know what happened to him. It's safe to assume he died or is in hiding for fear of retaliation. But in history, Cryo is known as the Supreme Guardian, the Fool. Every Supreme Guardian has a title, and unfortunately Cryo's title will forever be known as the Fool. But when you learn about her story, it's not her fault. She didn't know. She had no idea because she was being misled since childhood that this guy who was supposed to be there for her and lead her and, like, you know, pretty much mentor her, but used her as a puppet. He manipulated her, tricked her, And the people, and what does Kryl get? Like, if Kryl knew, and if she knew how to do anything about it, because again, she wasn't prepared to be a Supreme Guardian. Like, that wasn't the life she was prepared for. That was her sister. But unfortunately, her sister died before she ever got to make it to become Supreme Guardian. So, this wasn't Kryl's choice. It was thrust upon her. And, like, how is she supposed to know? So, it's just tragic that in the museum event, you see Kryl's picture in the museum, for those who've done it. And if you've done the quest, there's a part where you can go to the guy, the manager of the museum. You're not prompted to do this, you have to go to him yourself. And you can talk to him about amending Kryl's story. And I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, we get to amend Kryl's story and tell the world of Belobog what really happened to Kryl and give her and put some like actual respect on her name so she can rest with people fully knowing what's going on. Like, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, holy crap. However, before you do that, I mean, you should do it anyway, but there's a really tragic end to that story, which is why I'll forever stay mad, especially at Cocolia. Especially at Cocolia. When you submit your update to him, you know what they do to her? You know what they do to her? They keep her story, but add a little, like, stick-it posty note at the end going... I forgot what it was, but it was so poor, and such a poor excuse of an amendment. I'm like, oh my god. So, Cocolia, a literal person that was gonna kill her own people, is allowed to be remembered like Jesus, but our girl Kryl gets no justice, even when we try to give our girl justice. Like, for the what, bruh? So why is Cocolia Heikaya allowed to, despite actually intending to kill her people, because she let the voices win, aka the rats in the rubber room win, but not Kryl? Even though we told him what the real story is, and that's what he decides to do? For real. I'm gonna die mad about that. Kryl needs more respect on her name. For real, for real. Yes, you do fight her at the end of the questline because she wants to be put to rest. She's tired. And poor girl needs rest. She's been through a lot of caca. And she's still going through it, even after death. Screw Sela for telling Bronya to lie because it would make her feel bad. For real, for real. So Kryl can't have her happy ending in death, but Boobs McGee can. For real, real. Just because her D cup, well, bruh. Cocolia going full Randy Orton wasn't evil enough, it seems. She's not a Randy Orton. She went Dominic Mysterio. And Sela decided to cover up the name and call him Randy Orton. It's like, you were full Dominic Mysterio. For those who don't know, it's a really bad guy in wrestling. Clearly bad. He can't even talk in the ring. People boo so loud, you can't hear him talk. Literally, the moment he tries to say anything, a literal, like, utterance of a phrase, and they're nothing but boos. Nothing but boos. But she's allowed to be remembered. But Kryl can't. I'm gonna show you. Like, literally, it's insulting. Like, I'm so upset. I'm gonna be honest. Forget about the things with Cocolia. I'll live with that. But my girl Kryl not getting justice, that I cannot. Especially after all she's been through. We're gonna go right now to Belobog, and I'll show you guys the museum in case those who haven't bothered to see, or those who haven't done it yet. We're going to the museum right now, which, by the way, that was a really fun event. I love it. Here they go. It's because the person didn't have H-cups. For real, Hiki! If she had a bigger bra size, maybe they would have bothered to remember her better, but I don't know. You wanna know the worst thing? I don't think this is the last time we go to Belobog to sort out their mess. I mean, that's to be expected, though. And there's a whole second floor that we have yet to go up, so... Or if you're talking about Belobog in general, I hope we go back to Belobog. I like Belobog. Usually the first planet are the most scuffed, but honestly, they do a really good job. There we go. Right there. How you doing, Andre? See? Right there. Right there's the homegirl. Witness her. The poor, tragic soul. For real. Our girl, Cryle. You got them. Hey! Congrats, Andre. Your account is already looking way better. I'm still mad at Bronya to this day about being an idiot when trying to arrest us. I mean, I don't blame her. Like, I'm gonna be honest, at that point, I don't blame her. I understand why. Alright, now let's read about Cryle. A portrait of Cryle Rand, the 8th Supreme Guardian. The exhibition label reads, her life was a tragedy full of mediocrity, arduity, ups and downs. Her administration caused every anguish known to humanity to Belabogian citizenry. In her youth, Cryle was unexceptional. However, due to a series of opportune events, she became a candidate to become the Supreme Guardian. Her naivete and kindness was abused by those in power with malevolent intent, who took all the authority as their own, and who continuously carry out an oppressive rule against citizens just to assuage their own greed. Finally, a hidden deposition ignited and exploded one snowy night. In an elaborate, premeditated trickery, Cryle lost her life to her own subjects. Then the people cheered for the fall of a tyrant. A century later, many more wrote her story as an elegy of the ages. The fool, Cryle Rand. And now this is the part, if you talk to him, here's an additional part they add. Later, travelers from space found a clue. It turned out the echo of Cryle's voice had always been resounding in the broken fragmentium space. It never dissipated. He helped the lost and helpless soul to find a resting place and put an end to her lonely afterlife. If there exists a place in the world where souls can rest peacefully, I hope she will bid farewell to her miserable destiny when she closes her eyes. May she go to sleep with a smile on her face. That's what you get. That is what you get. That they did our girl so dirty. I would burn down this museum again. I would legit burn it. I'm like, okay, so this bitch here, this C word, this girl that wanted to make sure her people were kept safe. They would keep themselves safe, if you will. Now look at Cocolia's. An actual tyrant. The Supreme Guardian Cocolia spent her childhood in the distant underworld. As a child, she was already full of love and curiosity towards the world. Her favorite flower was first snow, a bloom as spotless and pure as her character. However, she announced the infamous order for the blockade midway through her reign. She firmly believed at the time it was the only way to secure the city of Belobog, but the blockade caused far too many tragic and pointless sacrifices. All citizens were hurt by the decision. In the final moments of her life, the Supreme Guardian chose to resist the undefiable power from beyond the clouds with her singular form. She sacrificed herself for the Everwinter City and finally ended the snowstorm that howled for 7 centuries. Cocolia Rand, the callous. I'm surprised they didn't change that. I added that part. I wanted to call her the betrayer, the literal killer of her people, the tyrant, the worst. Bruh. You know who did a blockade? The Trade Federation? Who are the Trade Federation? The bad guys. Bruh. So, she's not allowed to get a flowery, cutesy, fartsy misunderstanding, a whoopsie poopsie, but she's allowed a whoopsie poopsie? And is allowed to be remembered as a Jesus? Nuh-uh. I hate this place. I'm complaining about Cryle getting not the best freaking eulogy, but this hoe bag does, even though she don't deserve it. She don't even deserve a spot. No, she needs a spot in history, so people will learn not to listen to the voices and let them win. For real. Especially if you remember going through the side quest like I do, I'm particularly salty. Because why is she allowed her happy ending in death, but she's not? Bruh. And no soft pretzels. Like, bruh. Like, the moment I heard there was going to be a Supreme Guardian section, I was so happy. I was like, finally, we're going to do Kryl right. We're going to give our girl, our home girl, a proper rest so people can understand that I would call her Kryl the Tragic. Because that's literally, her life is tragic. She's not a fool. Her life is a tragedy. She was a... Oh, Opie, you should realize by now that being hot gets you a free pass for almost everything. I mean, she's cute. I think cute should get some points, but I'm gonna be honest. I blame Cocolia. I'm gonna be honest, it has nothing to do with Cocolia's hotness. You wanna know who the real bad guy is in this hoe bag getting her little happy ending in death? It has nothing to do with her chest size. I'm gonna show you whose fault it is, and I think you know who I'm gonna show. I know who's the real villain in Belobog in my eyes. Right here. This rocks for brains. She was born in the slums. She has room temperature IQ. And she thought, oh, you don't want to make people sad. Bruh, she literally segregated you guys and put you guys in the ghetto. Just because she didn't want the riches to mingle with you poorses. And in your... I'm sorry, what politics do you know? Like, I don't even know. You don't even need to know politics. It's just a bad idea. That's so true. Deadass forgive someone for stalking me if they were hot. True. That goes for a lot of people, unfortunately. I'm gonna lie to my people, else my lesbian girlfriend would be sad. Sela, I am not an asshole. I'm like Tifa mixed with Cloud. I swear I'm cool. No thoughts. Head empty, for real. I personally told Bronya to lie. Telling the truth would be... No, telling the truth is way better, because what happens is when they find out, which I know it won't happen, but if they find out, they're screwed. And they ruined the freaking the Supreme ship. They're gonna pull a France. No thoughts, dead, disappear among the sea of butterflies. I love it. And unbuttoned is sexy, I suppose. But no, because the problem is, if you want to keep the secret, you gotta make sure the secret never gets out about what happened with Cocolia. And what are you gonna do? Kill the witnesses so you can ensure that your secret never gets out? No, you're not. No, you're not. And there's way too many witnesses for people to not keep the secret. Also, hey, thank you for the follow, Ganache. Thank you. So the problem is, I would agree with you if there weren't too many witnesses that saw what happened. If it was just between Bronya and Cocolia and nobody else, I'd get it. She's the only, the secret dies with her. But what happens if someone, again, writes a letter going, I know your secret. I know what she really did.
No.
You know what that means? The government, as we know it, will be toppled. So is it good for the short term? I suppose, but I'm talking about like the future of the guardianship. Okay. And that's not what you do. Civil War 2.0? Exactly. Especially now that the freaking, the winter is gonna calm down. It's gonna cause them to leave, make a new city, and there you go. Now there's a new government, new war. They're gonna cause war on the oppression that they had, and people are gonna revolt. So no, I'm sorry. If you agree with Sela, you are, or again, it's way too deep. I know it'll never happen, but I'm thinking from an actual, like, you know, like government standpoint. You've doomed the future of Supreme Guardianship. You're gonna have your head. Well, it's not gonna be their head. Bronya will die, so she won't have to worry about the consequences of her girlfriend's actions. But, I really have to play Dot again. Fine. I suppose. But maybe it's versus telling the truth most. No, because one, they can't afford one because they're still in the middle of winter. So they can't afford to civil war for the sake of survivability. But also, people are mad, you know that at least they're holding themselves accountable. Some people will get mad, but not as many as those who figured out that their whole government lied to them and that their whole government almost killed them. That is way worse than some people who are upset, about finding out the truth. Because remember, by the time they figure out their government lied, I'm going to assume the blizzard is over. And even if that's the thing. I'm thinking of like years down. That's what I'm thinking. So they can't afford to leave because if they get mad, where are they gonna go? Are they gonna like live in the ice, like the literal ice tundra? If you live out there, you die. But it's more important to be honest than it is to lie. Because the lie will cause way worse repercussions down the road. It's like ripping a band-aid, just rip it. Rip it, tell people. Some people might get upset, but at least the people around them will understand that at least they were honest and they are keeping that the person that wanted to kill them is dead. They're the monster. Literally blame everything on Cocolia. The monster that wanted to kill you is dead. She has nothing to do with the Supreme Guardianship. She is a monster. I am not a monster because not only did we save you, but we're not lying to you. Literally paint her as a literal devil and majority of the people will be happy because ding dong, the witch is dead. At least they know that Bronya has her city in proper hands because she actually dealt with the monster, killed the monster, and you see a little bit of the blizzard, becoming a little bit better. It's still there, but it's better. And I'm gonna be honest, people who are even upset, even they have to acknowledge that, hey, things are actually getting better, and I can trust my government because they're actually telling us the truth. Even though it's very hard to tell the truth, especially that kind of truth, knowing that their previous president tried to kill them. But it's way better than later down the line. And that's the point. It's seeing the bigger picture. Why would you be mad because the former Supreme Guardian almost killed everyone after 100 years? Because that means the whole government's a lie. Because if they lied about that, they're hiding about a lot more. But I'm not thinking about 100 years, I'm thinking like more like 50, 40. But again, it's not that deep. It is not that deep. I know they're never going to explore that. But to me, someone didn't watch V for Vendetta? But yeah. It's better to know in history your government has your back and will be honest with you than them lying about pretty much Hitlering themselves. Doing a literal Holocaust on their own people. That's way worse. And she almost did. By killing everyone, she's saving them. That's what she almost did. Because she let the voices win. Alright, how do I build this caca again? I know Gwen Knife, I don't know.
From the desk of the Guardian of Billabog, we deeply regret to inform you about the loss of the Supreme Guardian Cocolia. She was possessed by the very monster causing this endless winter. She was put out
of her misery by her daughter, freeing her from despairs. Or you can make it all flowery, like that. It's still much better than just lying. I have no choice. I have to use dot. Because they say more dot. I'm guessing any sustain will work. I don't know what sustain to use. Heck yeah! She sure did. I mean, it's technically not a lie, it's just an exaggeration still. Well, I need a sustain. Do I need- no, I need a sustain. Or do I? Do I need a sustain for this one? I don't know. I don't know. I guess Rocha, I don't know. Someone who doesn't, like, do anything. Like, he literally just builds skill points and that's it. Adventurine? Nah. Ayos lucha. Hua hua? Nah. Alright. What the heck? What's these? Okay. I'm kinda like, what am I looking at here? Oh. Oh, whoops. But yeah, like I said, it's not that deep. But to me, the answer is very obvious, in my opinion. And any other answer, you're just, it shows you're very short-sighted. You're probably the person that agreed to the COVID money. When they were giving out the COVID money. I'm gonna be honest, it's because of that COVID money that we're in such a bad recession. Everything is expensive because of that COVID money. When I saw it, I was literally like, no, 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 no. That's going to ruin a lot of things. That's gonna ruin a lot of stuff. And guess what? It has. You wanna know why everything's expensive? Because they decided they did the short-sighted thing and decided, hey, we're gonna give everyone money! Because printing more money means more, well, I know there's some other factors, but that was like the biggest one. That was the biggest one. Also, what the heck? Again, it's more money! Because more money means we're richer! And nothing else will change ever! Everything will stay exactly the same. Oh, you can reset. Yeah. Alright, which one is it suggesting? Thank you, Jack, again, so I can look at this. Thunderbolt Thorns, Sword Hammer, and Longbow. I don't like any of that. Alright. People don't know how economics work. And because of that, they think more money means less problems. When you print more money, you cause more problems down the line. And people are too dumb to not realize that. Because they don't know how economics work. But alas, again, I think of the longer picture because, and I do understand how economics work. So the fact that people are just saying, oh, just raise minimum, no. That's just gonna raise the prices of everything and you're gonna still be in the same spot you were before. That's not gonna help. Oh, I see it, Sweet Slumber. That's not gonna help. And I'm gonna be honest, you wanna know the character that would say, yes, raise prices? Can you guys guess who has that short-sighted kind of thinking that would ruin things in the long run? Can you guys guess? I'm gonna be honest, if someone says print more money, you know who would say that out of everybody? March 7th. Okay, fine. And out of Bellabog, my bad. March is different, she's special. She's our little special girl. Alright, let me just see right here. Seela. That's all. She would also suggest just print more money. Because you know what? That's about the education level that one would expect from her. Short-sighted thinking without thinking of the longer term. So, yeah. Gale Hammer, Sweet Summer. I don't like any of these. Just give me like the same one again.
Good news. They're releasing an open-world dress-up game called Infinity Nikki where you travel in a fantasy world to collect fashion.
I already play something like that, but it's not called Infinity Nikki. It's called something else. I think it's like an American variant. Fortunately, Wildfire's leader is Natasha. True! Oh my god, if it was freaking Seela, I would've just... Oh god. I don't like any of these. I guess this one, I suppose. I don't know. I think I wasted like a reroll just to get the same stuff. I think that happened to me. But yeah, so again, Seela is not smart. So listening to her, it's like, do the opposite of whatever she suggests. Because you know, it ain't gonna go, it's not good. Exactly. First of all, if you're taking your, like, political advice from her, like, first of all, Branya, that speaks more on you than Seela. Like, come on, I know, like, you're, you know, you guys are lesbian lovers, but come on, man. Come on, man. Let her be the president of the bedroom. You be the president of, like, an actual country. Thank you. Let me just see. Okay. Just want to make sure. So yeah, so as someone who sees, like, the further picture, that's why I'm annoyed. Because I'm like, bruh, why are you letting her tell you how to run? It's just, no. To be fair, when Sela, she stepped aside when she asked about what to do at the end. She needs to keep her trap shut. It has nothing to do with her. What, for me, if I don't, I'm gonna be honest, if I don't know a subject, or it's not, even if my opinion was asked, I would honestly say I don't know. I do not know what to do in this situation. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people in real life do this. A lot of people do this, where they, even though they don't know what the heck they're talking about, and they don't know... If they don't know what they're talking about, they still want to, like, be included by suggesting some BS. Just be like, nope, I don't know what to do. It's your call, Branya. That's it. No, Sela was the one that I suggested to tell the truth. But no, Sela said, let's lie. Like, honestly, Branya was on the cusp of doing that. But she needs to hear, no, you have to do what's right. And what's right is to tell people the truth. Ooh, nice. I was still annoyed when she refused to vote for Toyopaz's short. Did she refuse to? I don't remember how the votes went, I'll be honest. Whenever Sela comes up, I just tune out. Which honestly, like, it's hard to do that during Luca's story because you're literally hanging out with her 24/7. All she does is complain about, oh, Luca this and Luca that and blah 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 blah. What is the cost of lies? It's not that we mistake them for the truth. The real danger is if we hear enough lies, we no longer recognize the truth. I like that. I like that's poetic. But she was to be the tiebreaker, but didn't want to make the decision for Branya because oh, come on! So she was willing to pipe up during Cocolia, but all of a sudden, when it comes to that vote, all of a sudden she's keeping her trap shut. Oh my god, come on. Bruh. Bruh. Like, don't even. Bruh. For real. I don't really see either, but I won't be unfair to her because of that. It's not being unfair, it's being correct. If it's unfair, tough boobies. Don't trust me. Just because I decide to visit the Senate and they ask me what my opinion is, doesn't mean I should be giving opinions. I'll be like, this is not, I don't even know why you're asking me. I'm literally, I have no idea how to run a country. Nor would I ever dare suggest or throw out something out there just because I was asked. I'll be like, no, I do not run countries. That is not my job, I'm sorry. I appreciate you want to know my opinion, but honestly, you are stupid for even asking that. I just play video games and also have a job. No. I do not understand the full intricacies of this place. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna suggest nothing, I'm not gonna throw out nothing, I'm not gonna say, oh, how about this? Because they might listen to my stupid idea. And guess what? Sela did. And Branya, she was literally just looking for an out. And Sela was the perfect rock, dumb bag of rocks, to have that out. I do not like it. No, I should... Oh, there's an actual political veto. No. I have no place in politics, nor would I ever pretend to. All I do is notice patterns. And I notice... I have a good eye on where trends go. You can ask me where I think trends are going, but I will not give anything else further than that, nor one should ever. I would not trust any VTuber to run a shower. Nevertheless, run a country or talk about politics in any form. VTubers are freaking degenerates. All of them. Every single one. I don't care how wholesome they are. All of them. No. No, no, no. No. The answer is no. I can barely trust the politicians now. Nevertheless, a freaking VTuber. Are you kidding me? Heck no! Bronya wanted someone to agree with her. She did. She did, and it was very clear she was trying to get out of it when she should have been told the truth. No, stop trying to get out of it. There's times in life that you have to confront the truth, and you can't always run away from it. And dumb Brick Sela is there like, you know what? Yeah! Yeah! No. There's times in life you have to face the music. If you don't like it, tough boobies. Life's tough. You have to, you can't always run away from the truth, because the truth has a funny way of always showing up. Yes, I know it's on Bronya as well, but the fact that I wasn't giving it to her, and no one else was giving it to her, and it was clear she was fishing for a freaking... She was fishing for an excuse. It was very clear. It's like, no, Bronya, stop looking for excuses. Stop trying to justify your Hitler of a mother, and just tell people, just come clean. Tell them that you're already fixing what she's done. You've undid her segregation. You made the blizzard a little bit better. You told everyone that it's all Cocolia's fault and we killed her, so it's fine. And it all makes sense because you can tell Bronya is telling the truth just because of the climate. You can tell the climate is getting a little better. It's no longer a bad blizzard. And if she's telling the truth about that means she's telling the truth about Cocolia. Some people will get mad, but at that point it's like so far and few in between that it's insignificant. They'll get over it. But no. No. To be fair, Brianna's dealing with the fact that she killed her mom. True. But at that point, you shouldn't be making decisions at that moment in time. If anything, she probably should have slept on it. And pause and rewind. Her mom stabbed me in the chest. Oh yeah. How did I forget that? You got stabbed. Yeah, you're boo-hooing, but I had a hole stuck in me. I was almost killed by a freaking Gundam. I don't care about your fifis. I died. I literally died because of your mom for a moment. Potatoes are all evil anyways, true. I kind of forgot about that. Public hostility could have been horrible for the current Belobog. True. And that's why they're not going to do an uprising when she tells the truth. You're right. You can't afford it. I mean, you're fine now and you didn't press charges. Yeah, I didn't press charges because the person I would charge is dead. You can't charge. You can't sue dead people. You can't sue dead people. I mean, you could try, but you know, it would look in poor taste and weird. You know what I mean? Nah. I don't want my damages to be repaid to be in snow. I'm fine. I'm charging Bronya for my hospital bill. If you went to an American hospital, yes. If anything, you should purposely go to an American hospital. Just to freaking... You should purposely go to an American hospital just to spite Bronya and getting stabbed. Well, technically, both of them were right, but one of them is right for the now, and one of them is right for the later. For the now and later. And I'd rather choose to be better in the long run than have a temporary fix and pray that it never gets out. It's only the right thing as long as you... True! And I'll be obviously in Star Rail, I don't think there's gonna be consequences, but can you know, be a really awesome story idea, even though I know how it's gonna end. If someone threatens to tell the truth, they're either gonna Steven Universe them into being friends so they don't reveal the truth about Cocolia, or they kill them. Which honestly, if you want to kill someone that has the truth on Cocolia, that doesn't exactly make you look like a good guy. That means you know what that means you're becoming? You're becoming, a dictator. You want to know kind of governments that kill their opposition and kill free people who are going to threaten to release information? Not a good one. But again, it's talking too deep. It's sinking too deep. Yeah, if that gets found out, you're screwed and there's no backpedaling, yes. Oh, the person who wants Cocolia to leak the truth is a reborn Cocolia? I don't even know how that would work, I'll be honest. But later, Belobog will be in a way better situation. You can't come back from almost getting genocided. If you think you can, I applaud you. But I'm gonna be honest, societies will revolt for less. Societies will revolt for less. And I think, I'm gonna be honest, at that point, if you think it's okay for you to almost be genocided and think you can come back from that, that's fine. And then you were lied to about almost being genocided. The person that you were fed the lies to as your savior was actually the devil all along. I applaud you for that. I am not that person. And I think a lot of people aren't. Walt and Himiko very much insisted not much was gonna change unless the giant robot really moved. No, but that's why I'm saying no, in the long run, that's why I'm saying, but like I said, obviously there's no consequences now, but I'm saying there will be later, and the consequences later will be way worse than the consequences now. That's what I'm saying. So at that point, it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda. At that point, but oh, Sam's. Oh, I guess Sam is here. I don't think so. But you're allowed to have that opinion. There is no factual right or wrong. That's why I'm not, you know, usually I'm not afraid to say, oh, you're factually wrong. Because I will go up to you and tell you you're factually wrong. I just think that what that opinion is very short-sighted. And doing that is aligning with people that just want to raise the wages and just print money all the time to fix problems. Yeah, it's a solution that will make people happy, but in the long run, it's gonna be way worse. The consequences will be worse later down the line. You wanna know why I want to see in the upcoming patches Topaz's stone heart form? That would be cool. I would love to see that. Yeah, you're allowed to be short-sighted in thinking. You're allowed to think that these botched fixes are the way to go forward. You're allowed to think that's fine, but you're not going to convince me otherwise, no matter how hard you try, because I see, again, the bigger picture. Have them post like power. Oh, you want to know who I want to see? Jade. Do you think Jade would transform into a snake? Jade's tense. Oh, I want to see that so bad. God, I want to see that so bad. I need it now. I need it. Oh my god, imagine she looks like a runway supermodel. Way more than she already does somehow. I don't even know how you can manage that, but she finds a way. How are we like still at the beginning of this? It's hard to tell if I'm winning or not. Am I winning? I hope in Belobog they at least build a spaceport soon. Instead of repairing a big robot, they can start trading. That's what I'm thinking. They need to start, like, you know, they have to, like, actually start, like, you know, doing trades. Because there's only so much they could do for so long while staying in their own ecosystem. Which it works fine to survive, but to thrive is to trade. I literally explained why it's short-sighted. I explained it over and over and over. At this point, if you don't know, then you just refuse to understand. I don't know how many times I have to say it. It is short-sighted because that means you need a new government. Your government almost actually tried to kill you and they covered it up. Whereas if you just out with it already, there's gonna be further trust in the government. Some people will complain. But honestly, it's not as bad as when people find out later the lies. It'll be like a Watergate. Or I guess a Snowgate, I guess. And that's why. You can shoulda, coulda, woulda, maybe they won't, maybe they will. That can go for either or. But I'm just saying the ramifications of one is way worse than the ramifications of another. That's why it's short-sighted. What can they export though? Snow. There's a whole empty planet. I think there's probably like mining stuff that they could give. Because I know mining minerals are very important. Also, didn't they like also have like a whole robot factory? I think I remember Topaz and her quest. Was it her and whatchamacallit, her and Svarog were trying to look for it. So they can export robots. Well, yeah, but they can try to fix it, and then that can be one of their exports. Because if it's important enough for the IPC to want it, then it's very. If the IPC has interest in it, then I would definitely say it's worth investing in. Because if they're interested, then you know what that means? Overinflated government contracts. Because you know, in America, for those who don't know, things that America would spend, companies would upcharge just because they're getting tax money. Like something that would cost like cents, it would suddenly cost $20 just because the government is gonna buy it. So you can milk the IPC for that sweet money for the droids, and it'll look pretty good on you. Not only are you sticking it to the man, but you're also getting money. You're getting a lot of money on the kickback. They're not getting any more credits to fix that? Can't they just fix it on their own? They survived this long and cold, they can try to fix it themselves. Oh, it belongs to the IPC. Oh, well, okay. I forgot about that. Ah, okay. So they'll sell the materials to make it. They'll sell the materials to make it. They'll sell the materials, which they need, that they can use in their own factories. And there you go. Isn't that why one of those droids was like, had like a giant drill or something on his hand? Something like that anyway. And why she had the robot button to turn the robots on her side. I see. I see. I have to be honest, is whatever happened to that debt at the end? I don't remember. Did they just like absolve it or what? Because I'll be real, I don't remember. I don't remember. If Bellbug can somehow pay the debt, Blueprint should be a problem. I'm gonna be honest, like, do they still have the debt? Or was it like forgiven? I will be honest, that part, it felt a little weird. Because for some reason my memory is failing for me on that.
The IPC owns the factory, they can employ Belavogians to manage, and then the IPC could invest in the Belavogians to make a spaceport that could facilitate the trade.
True, that's smart. Yeah, I was gonna be, does anyone remember what happened to the debt? Like, did she just like put it on hold permanently? Or is it like fully like done? Because again, I don't remember. I think because they didn't use the factory and we're gonna improve the biosphere on their own, they left them to be for now, kinda? Well, that does, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't get what? So, was it absolved? Because so far it sounds like it wasn't. It was just put on like a weird limbo. Huh. They still have the debt, but Topaz agreed to give them. Oh, okay, so they still have to pay it. Okay. I would say at least sell them the materials to at least help with the debt. We already know from Penacony and Ethereum Wars that Sampo has plans for Belobog. I'm gonna laugh if he somehow manages to buy it. If he somehow manages to, like, buy the debt somehow. I don't even know. That would be weird. You know that would make him kind of like a weird duke or, like, pseudo-king of Belobog. Which is really weird. The patron of Belobog. Like, that would be unusual. Obviously, the fool's hands would be all over it. But it's like, how in the world did you get that many? Like, bruh. I don't think that's gonna happen, but wouldn't that be wild if that was the plan? To buy Belobog? Bruh. Theory Wars was an event for Belobog to make money. I honestly forgot. It was? If that's the case, I completely forgot. Like, completely forgot. Really? I thought it was just having fun with Pokemans. Or I guess maybe... Oh wait, I remember. I think something about being like a tourist something? So yeah, that makes sense. I remembered something with like tourism. But that's all I remember. Maybe... Oh, so that means we're not going to get Theorem Wars in other places. Because, you know, it's strictly a Belobog thing, and that's the story reason why... Oh. Well, that kind of kills my hopes on getting, like, an Ethereum Wars in the Xinjiao. Oh, we already have it in the Xinjiao. In Penacony. Well, I guess you can. You can just add the enemy models on there. The fact of the matter is that they could make inexpensive droids that could flood the market, and other bodies can invest in Belobog, which could result in a windfall party. True! They probably need more zones? Perhaps, perhaps. Perhaps. I just want more Ethereum Wars. And Ethereum Wars is so fun. It's such a good idea. Okay. Get that. I want to know where we're going after Penacony. I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're gonna have a patch similar to the Xinjiao, where it's just tying up loose ends. We're not gonna really go anywhere. Maybe it might hint. Obviously, it's gonna hint where we're going to next, but which, by the way, I'm going to super laugh if where we're going is the Greece planet or the Roman planet. Because I feel bad for all the TikTok brains that can't handle philosophy speak. I think in 1,000 or however many years, the market has already been flooded with cheaper and more functional robots. The other thing is there's a lot of Belobog that needs to be... True! That could be a whole, like... We can go back to Belobog and, like, explore a whole new kingdom and try to reestablish what happened. And we can do a literal Lost Kingdom there, but, you know, Blizzard. Which I think is super cool. I think that's really cool. Then again, I think from Genshin, I think we're tired of Lost Kingdoms, but it'd be cool! We haven't done it in Star Rail yet! It'd be Lost Kingdom, but also space? you know what I mean? Like that's how I'm seeing it. And I would love to see them personally do a Lost Kingdom story, because obviously from Genshin, you can get a lot of mileage from that kind of storytelling. Like, we know how well Genshin does it. Can you imagine how well Star Rail does it? Bruh. I'm actually excited, even though I'm gonna be honest. I am also tired of the Lost Kingdom story, just from Genshin, but I want to see Star Rail do that. Maybe they'll find a new energy source. Ooh, if they find a new energy source, then that's how they get their debt paid. Like, you can't just go and make, even, for example, axes or hammers, the 100-year-old technology, and get something cheaper than Chinese. True. True. A rumor I heard we're going to Su Shang's home. We're not. Oh, we better not be going back to the Luofu. Oh God. We just left. I wouldn't mind if we go to like another different planet and then we go back, but I don't care. I don't want to go to any one of those 3 ships. I don't want to go to none. I don't want to go to none of that fleet. I don't want to go to none of them ships. I know it's not the Luofu. I don't want to go to the Xinjiao Federation. I don't want to. No, I don't care. No, we've already been on one ship. I don't want to go on another ship. Not this soon, anyway. Not that I don't hate the Xinjiao, but it's too soon. Hashtag I want more time to miss you before we go back. I don't want to go to... I know there's 3 ships. I don't want to go back to any of them. 1 ship is enough for now. And I don't like it. Nah. I feel the reason probably might be due to Locha plot. Locha has the ability to go to other places. Locha is a traveling merchant. Traveling means you go to different places. Traveling doesn't mean you only stay in one place and do devious things. Heck nah. Even it's for a Locha plot. I have no idea what's going on. I think from what they were hinting at, I think they were hinting something like there might be like a convenient prison break and he's on the run. So I'm gonna be honest, there's something interesting that I saw on the Express that I think you guys should see why I don't think he's on the Lafu anymore. It's talked about in the Jingliu companion quest. It's been so long. They were hinting at something else happening. I know it was talked about before. I know there's supposed to be a trial, but I don't think it's gonna actually happen. I don't think Locha's gonna conveniently not make it to the trial. He's gonna conveniently not be there and show up. Alright, cool. I don't know what any of that means. Because I remember they did talk about it, but I don't think he's gonna show up. I think they're gonna have broken out and he's now running about, flitting around in the cosmos. That's what I really think. Alright. Type of worlds I like to see. Croissant world, late 1800s London, pre-revolution Paris. That would be cool. Oh, can you imagine the outfits for that? That would be amazing. I already love it. What's this? Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, we can upgrade. Right. There we go. Alrighty. Well, I got a little bit lost in the sauce on that one, I won't lie. I got... those go on for... as fun as they go on for a while. Oh my god. Ooh, pirates. Well, there is... remember, insert characters from a water planet that's mostly involved sailing, so that is... we already have established lore that could support that, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Alright, so let me see what's... I need to make sure I got everything before we switch to Wuthering Waves. We have to go through a name change and name ourselves as Rover. I can't. Rover, I'm still not over that. Anything else would have been better. Anything else but Rover. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if Johnny Depp... oh, I don't think he would, but if he did, holy crap. If he does, it'd have to be like his niece who plays Star Rail asked him to play. That'd be the only way. That'd be the only way to get him in this. And if he does, and he becomes a playable character, I'm going to die. Jim Bob, I'd rather be called Jim Bob. But oh well. Make sure we got... well, why is this light up? Oh, right, okay. Or Darian, anything else. Anything else. Alright. Okay, so, I'm gonna BRB. I'm gonna play some ads to turn off pre-rolls. We're gonna switch to Wuthering Waves. I am still, like, close to the beginning of the story. I'm gonna be honest, the hardest part of the story I feel like I'm dealing with right now. I can't stand the Academy. I want to leave the Academy. I hate that place. You could cut most of that content and I feel like you'll miss nothing. So like, because I'm gonna be honest, the beginning parts, not so bad. And yes, we're playing in English. No, I'm not changing it. Yang Yang Gang. Yang Yang. I stand Yang Yang. I don't know who that one not Ron May character is. I don't like her. She's boring and dry. I don't mind dry, but she's the kind of dry where it's like sandpaper dry. And you don't want sandpaper dry. You want, like, British humor dry. And she's not even that. Anyway, so now we're gonna switch to Wuthering Waves. BRB, and don't go nowhere, okay?
Keep attacking this thing in the middle. Hopefully having a great day today. Oh my god, what are your guys' plans for Thanksgiving tomorrow?
You chose the wrong enemy.
Oh yeah, this one's way better. I don't even know why I switched to the other one. The other one's caca.
I was gonna make a joke, but I just realized it's. Let's just say I'm just. I don't care. Church Club, but not like that. Not like that though. I got fucked up badly, is what it means. So they thought you were throwing or something. I can't care anymore. We get wild. You got out just in time for that. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty funny. I see. Ophelio is fantastic. He is with his pal. He's feeling amazing. He is doing pretty good. Nothing but like a day's hard work in the field. Good time. But thank you for asking. You'll appreciate it, great. He missed you too. He was also thinking about you. I was giving a sub an hour ago. Hey! I love Soba so much. Ah! So Poke loves you too. Well, there is a. Really? Mine. Junkrat mine. God damn it. Almost got my ult though. She's a tank? I don't know what. She's DPS? How does she work? Because I know her damage has something to do with Spara, but I don't know beyond that. She counters. Because I know quite a few people. I like my engage. Good follow-up, Mary. Good follow-up. Third Will, also very good follow-up. Love it. It is. Love it. Sus snack, Ben likes it. I mean, hey, if Ben likes it, it must be. Sussy. Ben don't really like.
You don't want to be a lazy Larry in that sub. You got $5, don't you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got $5, don't you?
I don't know. No. That's just me mocking it up.
You got $5, don't you?
Something like that. Or, I'm not shooting at the full bit rate though. I'll switch to Pokemon with the heart. I know how yours work.
What's up, guys?
I thought I was here. Alright, let's see. Yeah.
if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Fuck
All right,
it.
here
Fuck
we go.
it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Unironically. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very annoyed right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know about you guys, but I play Wuthering Waves through the Epic Launcher. I'm very not happy. Because Wuthering Waves, for some reason, has a problem where apparently this is a very big problem, where it keeps on not wanting to launch. It says it's running. I check the operations and it's not running. And it's really annoying. It is really annoying. Like, it happens so much. It says it's still running. It's not running at all. And I try to close it, and there's nothing to close because there's nothing running. But when I try to run it in the launcher, it's like, no, nothing's happening. And there's only, so far, like, one immediate way to fix it, and that's restarting. And I'm like, oh my god. That's good for you, Yuki. I'm sorry. I'm dealing, like, with a very annoying thing right now. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this is an Epic Launcher issue or the Wuthering Waves issue. But I'm gonna be honest, though. I am not happy. I'm really not. I'm like, so it's either A, I restart and pray I get back fast in time and restart the stream. Not restart the stream, but like, the problem with restarting is that I might have a chance to create 2 VODs, and that's like my one thing I really don't like. Now, granted, I've restarted before, and I came back in time, but it's like, why is this a consistent problem with Wuthering Waves? I think it's because they don't have their own launcher. I'm thinking it's more of an issue with the Epic game launcher, but I never had this issue with Fortnite, though. So I'm kind of like, I think it's just Wuthering Waves. I think Wuthering Waves is just... I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna assume this is their first game. I was forced to re-download whole game 2. Really? So, I play from their own launcher. I was trying to look for their own launcher and I couldn't find it. I was on their website and they're like, nah, I'll play through Epic. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I went to their website and everything. Like, I go where to download and it's like, bruh. Wuthering Waves launcher. Maybe... let me see. Like, I put where to download Wuthering Waves, and it didn't give me the option. First thing that comes up is Epic. And it's like, bruh. Like, if they want me to play their game, they're doing a caca job. What they should be doing is promoting their launcher first, and then Epic. Not Epic first, and then whatchamacallit. Like, what the heck? Like, click on here. Is it under tools? Like, like, does it at least open? Like, I don't know. Like, I really do want to play. Let's see. Yeah. Like, why does no other game have this issue? Okay. Shut up. Alright. So, like, bruh. That? Okay. Well, it's too late now. I'm gonna uninstall it and then install their direct thing. Maybe I'll have better luck. But it is very... I'm already not happy. I'm already not happy. But I want to play. So I'm going to restart real quickly. I'm going to put it in... either Kev or Yuki, can you guys put a pin where it says restarting, refresh, or BRB, restarting, we'll be back, or something like that, because I want to play. Obviously, we're not going to play... I'm going to play this. I don't care if Wuthering Waves doesn't want me to play it, it seems. We're going to be playing this. Come hell or high water. Yes. We'll restart. And I pray I come back quickly, where it's not 2 VODs. Because if it's 2 VODs, I'm going to be so heartbroken. So anyway, I'm going to BRB real fast, okay? Real fast, okay? Don't worry. So BRB, I suppose. Type of jizz, classy type. Mercy love me when I'm a Ramata, I promise you. Did you want to join the game? We can make room for you. Alright, I can't see anyone, so it's gonna make things a little bit more difficult. You got out just in time for that. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty funny. In laughs, this is the place. If the drawings don't make you laugh, I hope. Well, Butters needs to tag it. Hey! Alright. Luckily, I wasn't gone too long. We still got our VOD. Perfect. It's still one VOD. It's still one VOD. Refresh, people! Refresh! Stream back, refresh! Refresh! If it's not refreshed already, I'm pinning it. Refresh! Refresh! Ah! Alright. Alright. Come on. Come on, Wuthering Waves. If it fails a second time, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I deem Wubaboo Waves bad now. Because technical issue caca. But no, I want to give it a chance before I swing that hammer. I want to give it a genuine chance. And try to look past all the caca bugs. Alright, we're good. And I will download the launcher tomorrow. No, I'll download it tonight. And then we'll be ready for tomorrow. Also, oh my god. Wait, what the heck? Like, why am I like all the way over here? What the heck? Alright, cool. So, alright. Alright, Wuthering Waves. What the heck? Wuthering Waves, come on. Cool. Alright, cool. Also, I beat up Superman. Oh, and now my phone dies, really? Ah! I blame Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves! I see you. Of course my phone dies. That's my own fault. That's not Wuthering Waves' fault. That's my fault. That's okay, though. Yes, thank you. Update? Restart the game? What? There's an update? Did they fix the game? What? What the heck? Oh my god. What the frick? There are updates like every day? Is it gonna open back up again? Okay, okay, closed itself. Okay, good. I was gonna say, if you, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose it. Slurs will fly. Okay. Good. Alright, it's opening up again. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. I had my launcher up earlier. I don't know why it decided to, like, not download while I was playing Fortnite. I don't know why it chose that moment in time. Oh my god, leave me alone! Why are you laughing at me? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me! They literally just updated it too. Because I had this open and it chose... Bruh. I had it open way before and it's like, nah, we're not gonna update now. No, now's the time to strike. Now's the time to striketh. Bruh. Just bruh. Just bruh. Can't even. Ender, don't laugh at me. Smited. Smited for life now. Smited. Frickin' heck. I'm not gonna let this affect how I feel about the game, okay? I'm not gonna let this affect nothing. I'm not letting this affect me. I'm not letting it affect me. No, no, no. You'd think I would. No. I am bigger than that. I am stronger than that. I will not stoop so low as to be very, very angry. Y'all ready to continue the adventures of the Galactic Hero Rover? Oh god. You know, maybe I should have just stuck to Star. You know, upon further consideration. Maybe the game not having me play is a good thing. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe the game was protecting me from itself.
Just remember, the obstacles do not block the path. They are part of the path.
Ah, yes! Yes, indeed, indeed. Indeed. Ah, crap. I don't want to go to the academy. I want to fight. We're fighting. I want to get my feet dirty again. I am not going back to the academy right now. I guess I had to deal with restarting my stream, gambling pretty much with the fact I might have 2 VODs, the game updating all of a sudden, Just for me to sit there and go to the academy? Nuh-uh. No, no, no. No, ma'am. I forgot I was here. No, no, no. No, no, ma'am. We're not doing that. No. Not immediately. And to be fair, that is my fault. That is my fault. That is just bad oaf. That's scuff oaf at her finest. Oh, whoops. What?
Dummy funny? I choose you. No one picks on Ungar's friends.
Alright.
You're it.
Oops. Oh, am I supposed to...
Leave me alone.
Oh, he died. Right. Take. Why does Encore talk like Gaston? Imagine letting your phone die. That's why Ender's based, and that's why I like them. I like them a lot. I've come to the conclusion that Batman is broken. Makes sense. Batman's the best. And I stand broken Batman.
Listen up. The fruit of evolution. Woolly's attack. Here comes Encore. Leave me alone.
Oh. Bye-bye. Ah. So far, I'm liking it. I'm liking this. It's fun. It's fun. A little demanding sometimes, but I like it. I like it. Oops. It is a little weird, though.
Leave that away.
Leave me alone. No, it's already gotten old. If they gave her, that's what I was saying. If they gave her an alternate voice line, I wouldn't mind so much. But that's literally all you're gonna be hearing. Leave me alone. Just literally the entire time. And I'm just like, okay. Sure. Like, I love Encore, but like... No, I want the voices, but... I shouldn't have to turn down the voices just to deal with the fact that they didn't give her, like, more than one line for her little, gimmick.
Leave me alone.
Like, you couldn't do, like, another, like, re-recording of, like... Just at least give me one other alternative. I shouldn't have to turn down voices for that! It's a minor complaint, but it's something that I'm gonna be hearing a lot. Because I like her. Like, for me to stop it, I have to switch characters altogether.
How reliable. Victory, guide my blade. Woolly's attack. Attack, you're it.
Oh, there's one over here.
Bloom.
I do like the intro and outro things, though. It is pretty cool, I won't lie. I really do like the outro and intro things. I'm gonna be honest, the one annoying thing about Genshin is that, you switch between characters so quickly. I like that, but I don't like that. Whereas here, you have incentive to stay on a certain character for a set amount of time before you switch, and I really like that.
I got your back.
Like, I really like that, because there's certain characters that are, like, barely on the field for, like, 2 seconds, and I'm like, okay. Oh, I thought they were gonna attack. They didn't.
Now it's my turn.
Oh, bye-bye. But yeah, all I ask is just one more re-recording on that, please. I think they could have... Well, then again... I'm assuming they're a small indie company, and their game isn't working, so maybe they didn't have the money to afford, like, one more line, but, you know. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just deal with hearing the same thing over and over. Alright, let's go back to the frickin' Kaka Academy. Oh, well, first let me level up my Goro. Okay. Let's level her up. She's so cute! I love her. No, she only says like one thing. I stan her one thing. This one I'm still unsure about. I'll be honest. I am still unsure about her for some reason. These two obviously are staying. This one, I don't know. I do not know. Alright. Still sad I didn't get a catalyst, but I got so many, like, gauntlets. It's okay, though. So, let me, like... Alright. I need more of those floaty things for sure. I don't know why I gave me so many freaking turtles. Alright. Okay. What's fusion damage again? Oh my gosh. I gotta look up what fusion damage is again. I don't remember. Oh, that's just a fancy word for fire.
Hey,
Got it.
Did you plug your phone? P393 concerned.
You can't see it, but here's your plugged-in phone. Here's your plugged-in phone. Plug this. I'm like, I know where to find the outlet. I know where to plug it real high up. God. I have to go to the academy already. Why are you kicking me when I'm down? I don't have to. You don't gotta twist the knife. It's funny though. I won't lie. It's hilarious. Alright, let's see. So I give her... Oh, this one? This is a turtle? That'll help, I suppose. Oh, these turtles have different... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So they... Okay. I'm learning! I'm gonna take that. Alright. Okay. So we just stack the fish. As I'm understanding. Hold on. Celestial light. Well, this is her being a DPS, I suppose. What's this? Energy regen. Ooh. That's pretty neat. Oh, well this one says here 2 out of 5. So I'm guessing they all have to be fish? I'm just trying to see what gives me... Oh, okay, I understand now. My number went down. Okay. Alright, okay. So we go turtle. Okay. Turtle. And that's how we get... Okay. Roger. Alright, so we're gonna want to put this guy, boyo, there. Wait, what does he do? What the heck? Huh. Okay. We're gonna put this one. We're gonna put you... Do you have any more different ones? Nope, the well's dried up. That's fine. Oh, I don't want to transform her into a Havoc Warrior. Just want to put that there. And then, oops. Alright, and then we're going to... We're going to put her little, like, fly back. As the main one for the time being, and keep an eye out for more whatchamacallit. How are you doing? I'm not him. Alright, so I'm up yet. I'm getting it. Alright, now this one. We're gonna give her... What does this do? Okay. Then... This one? Oh. Took it away. Oh, I have to... Oh, okay. I thought it auto-filled the empty spots. My bad. Alright. So we need to collect more Havocses. Okay. Fine by me. What does these do? I like having these be the summon stuff. That's pretty cool. Alright, I like having turrets. And then this one. I'm guessing I don't have enough fire. What's up, Iki? What's up? Okay. We'll see. You're still in your trial period for me. Let me look at the other people I have, though. So, what does this guy? He's electric. I should probably look in, like, the team section. They actually have a really nice breakdown of how these people work. Vibration strength reduction. Summons Thunder Wedge, dealing electro damage, and forms a thunder field that lasts for 12 seconds. Rumbling Spark will immediately detonate resident skill with Thunder Wedge on the field. Maybe you're just that good, Yuki. The on-field character gains the effect below. So they just do extra electro. Weaken the power of thunder. Anti-interruption. Okay. So he's just an off-field electro guy. Okay. Arrow damage deepen. So I guess he buffs other wind characters, I suppose? Is that what I'm understanding? What do you do? Oh, you're just a fire person. I want nothing to do with you. Just out of principle. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, so obviously I want to put him on other wind teams. Got it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So resident skills do more. Ooh, that's neat. That's neat. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I have like these symbols. What does that mean? Oh, I can't because I guess my world level isn't high enough. I am guessing. Can I do a pull? I kind of want to do pulls again. I'm not addicted or anything. I'm just interested. I'm curious. I like new characters, okay? What can I say? Right now I'm still getting my hands on it. So far, undetermined. Fun, very fun, gameplay. Very fun gameplay. Very fun gameplay. Oh, I think Yuichi added me. Yeah, there he is. Alright. I'm just more mad I can't use these 4-star weapons. I'm just more annoyed about that than anything. So far, undetermined. Can I... Let me see if we can pull already. I kind of want to pull again. Huh. Alright. What's this? Do we get characters in the weapon banner here? Or is that a no? Oh, 16? Oh, I'm so far from that. Where's the shop? So I can convert my stuff. I might be having R-rated dialogue in this game because I like hearing Batman say badass. Love it. Is there... Do I have to unlock the shop by playing more? That's what I'm guessing. Oh well, that's fine. That is fine. Alright, let's stop having fun and go back to the academy. I guess. Alright, reporting for duty. Alright. Time to take our lumps, as Iki would say. Alright, let's talk to the science D-Luke, I guess. / ratio.
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned.
Okay.
Indeed. You just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop?
Ah,
that
nice.
hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial.
Talking to his gay lover.
It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill 2 entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place.
I think they were from the beginner banner. Okay. Let's get it over with. Getting over with is right. I want to get out of this place. Oh no! I'm still in this place! No! I don't want this.
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks much better than Mr. Mortify's description, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start.
By leaving. But I don't have a say in the matter, apparently. One of them was a guaranteed, the other one was from the beginner.
Rover? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mort.
Right. Yeah. I used my guaranteed on this one. Yeah, I used my guaranteed on this one, and I got encore from the beginner banner. Yeah.
Mr. Mortify, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in.
Go away. I got nothing to do with you.
The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from 2 distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Keep throwing terms at me, lady. Oh, no, I'd pretend like I know.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the waveworn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine.
Oh, that's smart. Cookie candy. Candy
This
medicine.
sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
How you doing, Atomic? A.
Mr. Mortefi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
You bent a piece of metal and stuck it on there. All that learning for what? Just force it open.
Hold on. Remember when I said don't force it open?
I expressly chose to ignore you.
Crank that thing another 5 degrees, and not even Zhang Li Yao will be able to save it.
I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna force it open anyway. Just because you told me not
The
to.
earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle.
Sex!
It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing. But it's
astrology
fallen out of
girls.
daily use now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries.
She mentioned
The
something weird.
Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
Let's go. Yay! Can we force it open anyway? Can we force it open anyway? And completely ignore whatever that guy just said, whose name I've already forgotten? Probably not. Probably just look at it. Okay. Alright.
I found it. It's located on the way shelf.
The one thing I will say is that she does not really emote. She reminds, you know what she reminds me of? The stereotypical pink-haired anime girl. Wow, it's so funny how you notice Big Boobs McGee in my freaking roster. So funny how that is. I wonder how you notice them. It's so weird that you notice them, but you don't ask about number 3. You ask about number 2. Kinda weird. Kind of a little on the nose if you ask me, Atomic. Huh? Why did you notice number 2 but not number 3? Kinda weird. Yeah, sure. No, I believe you, but, you know, kinda sussy-wussy that you wonder about number 2, but not about number 3. That's just all I'm saying. I was gonna say, if you want to stare at her chest, at least pretend to care about number 3 before you even look at number 2. Bruh. 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 I was gonna say, it has more jiggle than your phone is. Mods, can we front row? We have a banning in progress. We have, I think, something ban worthy.